Hey brother, welcome to this video on how to stop being a nice guy. It ruins your life. Are you tired of always being the nice guy and not getting the results you want in life? Do you feel like people take advantage of you and you struggle to assert yourself? In this video, we will discuss the concept of the nice guy syndrome and how it can be detrimental to your personal and professional life. We'll also explore practical steps and mindset shifts you can take to break free from this cycle and start living the life you truly desire. So, if you're ready to let go of the nice guy mentality and take control of your life, then keep watching. Number 1, just because you're not nice doesn't mean you are mean. Many men make the wrong decision in this situation. They begin to fully move in the opposite direction once they begin to recognize that their niceness is an issue. They try to quit being kind by turning like jerks. What makes a decent guy a jerk, and the man you are trying to be different from each other? It all begins with how you respond to confrontation. To avoid disagreement, nice guys will do everything, even put themselves through pain. On the other hand, jerks deliberately walk to diminish others. To make their day better, they make someone else's day miserable. Others refer to them as bullies. Avoid being a bully. You'll notice that neither of these two stereotypes of men can be found in the real world. Both of them are spending more time inside their heads than outside it. The world is less important to them both than themselves. They are intolerable to be around since their behavior does not match their level of experience. Nice males come across as insecure because they are so fixated on avoiding conflict. Jerks appear insecure because they are so consumed with starting fights. The only way out is to overcome your insecurity and increase your level of presence. You can permanently defeat nice guyism by following these 10 steps. Number 2, recognize that you have a problem with being too nice. The primary issue with good guys is their denial of reality. They do not see themselves as men with problems, but rather as victims. You might be worried, traumatized, or sad, which may explain why you behave the way you do. But these factors should not be used as justification for allowing passive, conflict-avoidant conduct to rule your life. That's too wonderful for you. Fortunately, conquering nice guyism is much simpler than you would believe. A few easy measures will help you overcome your tendency to be a nice person, but you can't improve yourself if you don't first acknowledge that you have a problem. Admit the reality by taking a look at yourself in the mirror. If you can't do it, none of the other methods in this post will help. Number 3, stop saying yes. The lives of yes men are powerless. They are subject to other people's demands. When you follow someone's orders, you are not exactly their equal. Therefore, they lack knowledge of both themselves and others, as well as how to function in the society they live in. Avoid becoming a yes manual. Start practicing saying number. Saying no when someone asks if you want fries with that is a good place to start. It may sound absurd, but if you struggle with saying yes, you should practice saying number. You must begin setting boundaries, which can be done by beginning with number. At first, it will feel unpleasant and uneasy. Could care less. Continue moving forward. Number 4, learn to exist without approval. Miyamoto Musashi, a legendary samurai, was a special individual. He may have been remarkable in that he almost lived a nomadic existence alone. It's also possible that Musashi passed away by himself in a cave. Up until the point of his death, he led a samurai lifestyle. In addition to leading a nomadic lifestyle, he also spent a significant amount of time throughout his life fighting other individuals in samurai duels to death. Why do we tell you about this? Since Miyamoto Musashi had mental control, it is clear from his works in the Book of 5 Rings and Doct, which stressed the value of restraint and discipline. Be a samurai and resist being someone's master. You are included in that. Number 5, start taking control of your life. You must actively manage your own life in addition to not becoming a victim of the objectives of others. This could entail taking up sword fighting in a serious way like Musashi, or it could simply entail devoting more time to your passions than to what you are expected to do. You can also get here, but you must first determine what it is that you want to do. You should learn to manage your time even if your ultimate goal isn't to start your own company or be an entrepreneur. You control your life when you command your time. You'll realize how absurd it is to be a good guy once you take control of your life. Number 6. Set clear intentions in your relationships. In relationships, boundaries are often discussed, while goals are less frequently discussed. We're notorious for having ambiguous intentions, particularly as guys. Not that we think more about what's between our legs than what's between our earlobes is the issue. It's because as guys, we've never had much practice living with specific goals in mind. Clear intentions are not taught in schools. They are rarely covered in coaching courses, and they are rarely discussed online. We were taken aback when we started dating someone to begin a relationship after being first astonished. We wanted to be like them because it made me feel a lot more at peace to know what the connection's objectives were. Have always made it a point to express my intentions in all of my interactions since then. This helps you stay focused on the connection, reduce worry, and make relationships less unpredictable. Number 7. Build some genuine confidence. Contrary to what many people will tell you, when it comes to gaining confidence, you can't fake it until you make it. You can pretend to be confident for a while, but ultimately your fake confidence cup will run dry, leaving you with two options. Either develop genuine confidence or revert to the insecure nice man you were before. One choice is far superior to the other, but it is also significantly more difficult to achieve. You need to begin developing true self-confidence, which typically comes from putting in the effort. You need to convince yourself that you are deserving of your success. You have to work for the self-worth necessary to survive in this cruel society. It doesn't just come naturally. Number 8. Learn to accept help from others. The tendency of nice guys to initiate every connection in your life is one of their worst weaknesses. If you're a decent person, you most likely think this is a wonderful thing. You can only be an alpha guy if you take the initiative and look out for others. Right. Sadly, being an alpha requires more than just doing things and showing care for others. You're not the alpha if you spend all of your time serving people and doing things for them, are you? As opposed to that, you're just a lifeless people pleaser. Nothing is under your control at all. That brings us to the following point. Number 9. Learn how to navigate conflict. When the clutter is removed, one thing remains that good folks fear: conflict. The sickness that affects nice guys is called conflict avoidance. When you avoid conflict, you'll go to any lengths to, well, avoid conflict. The issue is that conflict is a necessary component of life. Conflict will always exist, regardless of what you do or who you do it with. The majority of decent gentlemen fail to recognize that conflict need not lead to animosity. Conflict is distinct from fighting. It's aware of this due to the fact that have already dealt with problems like this as a result of some traumatic events in life. I was unable to tell when a confrontation would be productive or harmful. For years, I steered clear of conflict and merely watched the majority of my relationships. Don't be like this. Start developing conflict management skills right now. Number 10. Stop expecting something in return for your actions, even though they appear like it's for others. Our biggest issue with polite guys is that everything they do is self-serving. The distinction between being kind and being lovely is this, because they anticipate reciprocal niceness. Nice people are lovely. On the other side, showing kindness doesn't demand anything in return and has no expectations. This is a strategy for ensuring that you have a net positive impact on your world in addition to being a form of power move. You'll probably realize you're not as kind as you thought when you stop being polite because you're expecting something. You are not unique in any way. You must improve yourself. This is a sobering truth. Yet this is how you improve. You can learn to swap niceness for kindness by doing this. You learn to trade in your weakness for strengths in this way. And there you have it, folks. If you are ready to break free from the nice guy trap and start living life on your own terms, remember these key points. Embrace your authentic self. Set healthy boundaries. Be assertive. Prioritize your own needs and desires. And don't be afraid to speak up and take risks. With these mindset shifts and actionable steps, you can say goodbye to the nice guy label and start living your best life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.